My definition of a poet would be, I'd say any writer that expresses an emotion or like expresses a view in a literal way really. Like to me, poetry doesn't have to rhyme and stuff. You're not a poet just because you've got rhymes at the end of every line. To me, you're a poet if you're expressing an emotion through writing and through speech, as opposed to expressing it in other ways. Like, I don't know, like, some people when they're happy they smile, some people when they're happy they write a poem. So it's all about expression. To me we're all poets in our own right because we all express how we feel vocally, and to me that's what poetry is about. I think there's a lot of like misconceptions around the whole poetry, especially for males as well. It's this whole thing that like, oh, you write poetry, like you're gay, like and it's like, it's not, it's not true. Like you look at some of the most successful poets, they're males. Shakespeare, successful poet, like renowned for being a cheat and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, he had mistresses, a wife. He wasn't gay. He was a poet, and he's one of the most famous poets ever. So I think another thing is people think you're soft if you write poetry, and obviously I'm an MC as well, so I get this whole like, oh, stick to rapping, like poetry makes you soft, like blah blah blah, and it's like, no, because rap's just rhythm applied poetry, or rhythm and poetry, you know what I'm saying? So rapping's still poetry, it's just poetry with a beat on it, and I think my whole, like what I want to do is break that whole like conception that poetry's for soft people or poetry is for like overly emotional people and stuff like that. Like poetry is for everyone. It's something that we can all enjoy, and I think that's part of its power. The fact that we can all enjoy it and we can all relate to it to a degree. Like, that's what makes it so powerful. Like I write poetry. Why I write poetry, I'd have to say it's a healer. Like there's things that you can't. I think there's a lot of things that people find hard to get off their chest, and a lot of people bottle it up. And I think that's where things like negative things like addiction and stuff come into your life, because you're just blocking too much out, so you feel the need to replace it with something else. If you like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like by keeping it in and not letting it out, it's just eating away at you. Whereas with me and poetry, like there'll be things that I can't tell friends and family, but I'll write it in a poem, and just by it being in a poem, I feel more comfortable to tell people.